Hello everybody, it's Goknath from the Crack with Gokulnath YouTube channel. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today we're going to solve some of the inverse trigonometry questions which can be expected in your CBSE Term 1 examination. So guys, let us start to solve the questions. Our first question is sine of 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus cos of tan inverse of 2 root 2. This is what the question is all about. So guys, what you need to do with, listen carefully, how you are going to solve this question is, we are having 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3, right? So we are going to write 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3 in terms of sine inverse, then I would cancel this sine and sine inverse, then I would get a value. Then here, we are having tan inverse of 2 root 2. I am going to convert this tan inverse of 2 root 2 in terms of cos inverse, then I would cancel this cos and cos inverse, then I would get the value. After doing all those things, then I would sum up both values, then I would easily get the answer. So that's what I'm going to do. So, if I need to convert this 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3 into sine inverse, what I need to do is, I'm going to use a formula. That is, you guys know now guys, 2 tan inverse of x is equal to sine inverse of 2x divided by 1 plus x square. This is one of the inverse trigonometric formula which you guys must need to know. So, I can write this 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3 as sine into 2 tan inverse of 1 by 3, which is sine inverse of 2x. 2x is 2 into 1 by 3. 2 into 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. Then divided by 1 plus x square. 1 plus x square is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 3 whole square. 1 by 3 whole square is 1 by 9. That's all. So I'm just using the formula of sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. I'm just putting x as 1 by 3. Then I would get it as 2 by 3. It will be 1 plus 1 by 9. That's what I did now. Now guys, I will take my duster. I will rub this. Remember this formula guys, because this formula can be expected in your CBSE Term 1. Okay. So our next part comes is our cos into. Now, you need to convert this tan inverse of 2 root 2 into cos inverse. Is there any formula? We are not having any formula, but rather, I am going to use our triangular method. As you guys know, what our triangular method say? Our triangular method say that, let me keep this as theta. So, they are saying tan inverse of 2 root 2. Tan inverse of 2 root 2 will be some angle. As you guys know, tan inverse of 2 root 2 will be some angle. So, let me say it as theta. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So tan theta is equal to 2 root 2 means it shows that your opposite is 2 root 2 and adjacent is 1, because tan theta is what? Your opposite of the adjacent, right? So tan theta is equal to 2 root 2 means it shows that your opposite is 2 root 2 and adjacent is 1. Now, if you need to convert this tan inverse of 2 root 2 into cos inverse means just to find the cos theta. What is your cos theta? That is nothing but adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Correct now guys? Adjacent divided by hypotenuse will give us cos theta, cos inverse. So what you need to do is find the hypotenuse. How you would find the hypotenuse? Pythagoras theorem. By the Pythagoras theorem you would say that the hypotenuse will be 3 because 2 root 2 whole square will be 8. 8 plus 1 will be 9. 8 plus 1 is 9 means root of 9 is 3 only. Correct now guys? So 3 is hypotenuse. So the cos inverse will be 1 by 3. Okay. So cos inverse of 1 by 3. This is what you will get. Just like convert the tan inverse of 2 root 2 into cos inverse using a triangular method, whereas the adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 3. That's all I did. So guys, now it's a very simple work which you guys can do. So cancel this sine inverse, cancel this cos inverse, and what you will be left out is, when you calculate this value, what you will get? You will get it as 10 by 9 10 by 9 plus 1 by 3. So this would be equal to 2 by 3, okay? 2 by 3 into 9 by 10. So cancel this 3 here, then 2, 5, 1. So what you will get is 3 by 5. So 3 by 5, then you will get 3 by 5 plus 1 by 3. So find the sum. The sum would be what? The sum would be 14 by 15. That's all, guys. That's all about this question. What I did is just I converted the inside value in terms of sine inverse and cos inverse. Then I removed those values. That means I cancelled those values and I found the answer. And the answer that I found is 14 by 15. So that's all, guys. So that's all about this question. So let us move on to our next question. Our next question is tan inverse of x by y minus of tan inverse of x minus y divided by x plus y. This is the question which we are having, guys. So guys, how we are going to approach this question is, observe the second term carefully. Observe the second term carefully. From this what you would say is, you may think that we should divide x on both numerator and denominator. I am going to divide x on both numerator and denominator to get rid of the big equation. Okay, I am going to divide x on both numerator and denominator. When I divide x on both numerator and denominator, what you will get is tan inverse of x by y only, then minus of, in this second term, I am going to divide x on both numerator and denominator. When I divide x on numerator, you will get it as 1 minus y by x. Correct na, guys? X minus y divided by x will be 1 minus y by x. Then if you divide denominator by x, what you will get is 1 plus y by x. This is what you will get right, because it's a basic simplification which you learned in your lower grades. That's what I am doing. So this expression can be written as tan inverse of x by y, then minus of, this is where master stroke comes apart. This is where the master stroke comes apart. You can see that we are having tan inverse of 1 minus y by x would be 1 plus y by x. I can write this term as tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of y by x. This is the master stroke which comes apart. So I am writing this term as tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of y by x. How I am writing means I am using the formula tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b is tan inverse of a minus b divided by 1 plus ab. That's what the formula which I am using, because this matches with this term, right? Because tan inverse of a minus b divided by 1 plus ab. Correct now, guys? So tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of y by x will be tan inverse of 1 minus y by x divided by 1 plus 1 into y by x will be y by x only. So these two expressions are same in sync. If they are same in sync, then I would say that this formula is applicable. So tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b only I am using, and I am converting this term into tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of y by x. Guys, that formula is very important. Please remember, in CBSE term 1 it can be expected. So tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b is tan inverse of a minus b plus ab. That's what. Now, this master stroke is over. Now I will rub this, because master stroke is over. Now guys, this is a very very easy task which you are gonna do. The what new form of equation which you will get is tan inverse of x by y, then minus into minus will be plus of tan inverse of y by x. Then we are having minus of tan inverse of 1. Minus of tan inverse of 1 is minus pi by 4, because tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4 na, guys. Because tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4 na, guys. Because tan pi by 4 only will give us 1. So tan inverse of 1 will be pi by 4. Just I'm simplifying it. So tan inverse of x by y, minus of minus will be plus. Then tan inverse of y by x. Then minus of tan inverse of 1 will be minus of pi by 4. That's all. Now, this question is a piece of cake. Why? Because, guys, this is not a piece of cake now. Listen carefully. Now also you need to think better. Students who are good at the formulas of inverse trigonometry, they can easily tell. But if you are not good at inverse trigonometry, then it will be a little difficult for you. Now what you need to do is, I'm going to write the tan inverse of x by y. Then I'm going to write this tan inverse of y by x as cot inverse. I'm going to convert this tan inverse in terms of cot inverse. When I convert, what you will get is plus cot inverse of x by y. Correct now guys? This is what you will get. Then minus of pi by 4. How you will get x by y? How you will get cot inverse of x by y means, because tan theta and cot theta reciprocal relation. So reciprocal y by x will be x by y. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Now, what is the need of converting tan inverse in cot inverse? Is there any need? Is there any formula? You guys will be thinking. Even you guys may ask. How I am doing this? Why? Because I can use the formula of tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x. Now it comes apart. Tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is pi by 2. So tan inverse of x by y will be x and x by y will be x. So the formula is tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x will be pi by 2. Right now guys, then minus of pi by 4 and the answer would be pi by 4. That's all. So this inside value is same for both the terms, means it shows a tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x. That also important formula. So pi by 2 minus of pi by 4 will be pi by 4. So that's all guys, answer is pi by 4. So guys, please understand guys, inverse trigonometry property is very important. It's very important. Even in JEE mains, do you know this question asked in JEE mains? This is an easy question, but this can be expected in your CBSE term 1 examination. Okay, so answer is pi by 4 guys. So that's all about this question. Let us move on to our next question. Our next question is cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. So guys, this is an easy question, but it's a good conceptual. This question also can be expected in your CBSE term 1. So guys, what most people will do mistake here is, they will just cancel out this cos inverse and cos and just they will write the answer as 7 pi by 6. If you write like that, then you will get nice 0. Then you will get nice 0 from your paper corrector. Okay. So don't do this mistake. Don't do that. Cos inverse and cos will cancel. So answer will be 7 pi by 6. Then you will get 0 on it. So don't do that mistake guys. Why? Because please understand, there is one property which you are learned in your inverse trigonometry, that is cos inverse of cos x will be equal to x. Only when your x lies in the interval of 0 to pi. Cos inverse of cos x will be equal to x only when your x lies in the interval of 0 to pi. But is 7 pi by 6 lies in the interval of 0 to pi? Obviously not. 7 pi by 6 does not even lie between 0 to pi. There is not even a relation between them. So, if 7 pi by 6 does not lie between 0 to pi, I can't directly write this as 7 pi by 6. This property is only helping. So, cos inverse of cos x will be equal to x only when x lies in the interval of 0 to pi. So, 7 pi by 6 does not lie in 0 to pi. So, the answer would not be 7 pi by 6. Now, what you need to do is, you need to restrict this to 7 pi by 6 between 0 to pi using your trigonometry. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restrict this 7 pi by 6 between 0 to pi by using your trigonometry. How means, as you guys know, cos theta can be written as cos of 2 pi minus theta, right? You guys know this formula, right? So cos theta can be written as cos of 360 degree minus theta. That formula you guys must be learned in your 11th standard also. 11th standard in trigonometry you learned. So cos theta is cos of 2 pi minus theta. So that is what I am gonna use. In your inside value. Okay. So what I am having is cos inverse of cos of 7 pi by 6. As you know, this property is not valid now. So I need to make the 7 pi by 6 between 0 to pi. That is why I am going to use this formula. What formula is? I can write this cos of 7 pi by 6 as cos of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6 na. 5 pi by 6 na. Correct na guys? I can write this cos of 7 pi by 6 as cos of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6. That you guys know. Obviously you can write like that. So listen carefully. Cos in this would be cos inverse of cos of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6. What is cos of 2 pi minus theta? That is cos theta. That is cos theta. So cos of 2 pi minus theta syncs with this term, syncs with this term, right? So I can write this term as cos of 5 pi by 6 because cos of 2 pi minus theta we give as cos theta. So cos of 2 pi minus 5 pi by 6 will be cos theta. That will be cos of 5 pi by 6. Now see whether 5 pi by 6 lies in interval of 0 to pi. Yes, 5 pi by 6 lies in interval of 0 to pi only, as you guys know. Now you can cancel this cos inverse and cos, then you would say the answer as 5 pi by 6. Now you guys are absolutely correct. So this question is an easy question only guys, but it's testing your conceptuality. This question can also be expected in your CBSE term 1. So please make a note of it guys. So it's also a very good question. So that's all guys. Let us move on to our answer is 5 by 6. So 5 pi by 6. So let us move on to our next question. Our next question is sinus of x minus cosinus of x is equal to pi by 6. Then what will be the value of x? That's all this question guys. So how we are going to solve this question is I'm going to use the same formula, same method which I used in last 3 questions. Okay. So what I'm going to use is, you know right guys, sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x will be equal to pi by 2. That is one of the important formula which you can expect in your term 1 exam. So sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x will be equal to pi by 2. Same as tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x will also be pi by 2. These are some of the formula which you guys know. So I am going to take this formula into my account. This formula into our account. So sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x will give us pi by 2. From this what you would say is, you would say that sin inverse of x will be equal to pi by 2 then minus of cos inverse of x. Correct now guys? This is a very simple thing which you guys know. Sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2 means then sin inverse of x will be equal to pi by 2 then minus of cos inverse of x, because cos inverse of x goes to right hand side, then it has become negative sign which is minus of cos inverse of x. So take this equation into your account. Take this equation, take this as one equation. So in the question we are having sin inverse, right? So I am going to write the sin inverse as pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x. I am going to write the sin inverse of x as pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x. When I write, what you will get is pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x, then minus of this cos inverse of x. Okay. So that's what I am doing, and that is equal to pi by 6 as per the question. Just I am writing the sin inverse of x as pi by 2 minus cos inverse of x. Then I am writing this minus cos inverse of x. That's what I am doing. Now what I would get is pi by 2 minus of 2 cos inverse of x, and that is equal to pi by 6. Now guys, take this pi by 2 to the right hand side. When you take, what you will get is minus 2 cos inverse of x. Then that will be equal to pi by 6 minus pi by 2. This is what you are having. Now guys, what you will get is minus 2 cos inverse of x will be equal to pi by 6 minus pi by 2 will be what? That will be minus of 2 pi by 6. Correct now guys? So pi by 6 minus pi by 2 will be minus of 2 pi by 6. Now, 1 minute, I will rub this. Guys, remember this formula. Yes, sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x will be pi by 2. Remember this formula. Now, I would cancel this minus and minus. Then I am going to take 2 to the right hand side. When you take 2 to the right hand side, what you will get is, you will get it as cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 6. We got to know that cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 6. How means, when I take 2 to the right hand side, I will get it as divided by 2. Divided by 2 means this 2 and divided by 2 will get cancelled, and you will be left out with pi by 6. So from this I got to know that cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 6. Such a question I changed into smaller form. Such a question I changed into smaller form. That is what the beauty of your inverse trigonometric formula. So I got to know that cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 6. If cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 6 means then x will be equal to cos of pi by 6. Cos of pi by 6 is what? Root 3 by 2. Cos of pi by 6 is cos of 30 degree. Cos of 30 degree is root 3 by 2. That's all guys. So the value of x is root 3 by 2. So that's all guys. That's all about this question. Let us move on to our next question. Our next question is cos inverse of 4 by 5 plus tan inverse of 2 by 3. This was the question which we are having. So guys, how I'm going to solve this question is, I'm going to write this cos inverse of 4 by 5 in terms of tan inverse. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this cos inverse of 4 by 5 in terms of tan inverse. Here also I'm not going to use any formula. Just your triangular method. Okay. At the beginning of the question itself, at the first question itself, I did the question using triangular method, right? So that is what? The same which I'm going to do now. So let me draw a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle which we are having. Now let me mark this angle as theta. They are giving cos inverse of 4 by 5. That means cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. Let me take like that. Cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. If cos theta is equal to 4 by 5, it shows that your adjacent is 4 and your hypotenuse is 5. Correct na guys? Because cos theta is what? Cos theta is adjacent to by hypotenuse. So adjacent is 4 and hypotenuse is 5. That's what I did. Now listen carefully. I took theta, cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. Now if I need to convert this cos theta, cos inverse in terms of tan inverse means what I need to do is I need to find the tan theta. What is tan theta? That is opposite to by adjacent. We know adjacent value, but did we know the opposite value? No. I am going to find the opposite value by the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem, how you would use? So 5 square is 25. 25 minus 4 square is 25 minus 16. 25 minus 16 is 9. So root of 9 will be 3. By the Pythagoras theorem, I would say that your opposite will be 3. If your opposite is 3 means, then what will be your tan theta? That will be opposite of adjacent, which is 3 by 4. Then plus of tan inverse of 2 by 3. This is what I am having. Now guys, there is no any special formulas and all. I am going to use our inverse trigonometric formulas only. So it looks like a form of tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B. Tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B is tan inverse of A plus B divided by 1 minus AB. So tan inverse of A plus B is 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3. Correct na guys? A plus B divided by 1 minus AB. 1 minus of 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. So this 3 will get cancelled and that's what we are having now. So guys, what will be the value? That will be tan inverse of, just your simplification, right? 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3 will be, okay, 8 plus 9, okay. Now you will get it as 17 by 12. Then in the denominator what you will have is 1 minus AB is 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. So this will be 2 and this will be 1. So you will get it as 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 only. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 only. And when you simplify, what you will get? When you simplify, what you will get is tan inverse of 17 by 2 will be 1 by 2 will be 17 by 6. So that's the answer, guys. That's the answer. This is the answer. Guys, you don't need to find a value for this and all. Just tan of 17 by 16 will be the option. 16, not 16, 6. Tan of 17 by 6 will be the option. Just choose your option. So how I did this means just the formula. Tan of A plus tan of B is tan of A plus B divided by 1 minus AB. That's what the formula I use. That is also the important part. That's also important in your CBSE. So that's all guys. That's all about this question. The answer is 17. Sorry, tan is also 17 by 16. 6. So that's all, guys. So that's all about this question, and that's all about the questions on today's session, guys. And what you need to conclude is CBSE, to get thorough in CBSE, guys, we're having 7 to 8 chapters, I think. 7 chapters, I think. Out of the 7 chapters, I just taught 5 questions which you can help in your inverse trigonometry part. Okay, so these 5, I hope you guys would have enjoyed these 5 questions. So that's all, guys. Thank you. Make education simple.